Hello, I'm still alive. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I just kind of run out of ideas and I've I've been trying to get kind of used to my new job. This is just an update, so I'm gonna try to make a video about, recovery next week, but I realized that when I find a job that I like, I get really attached to it and it becomes my life and it just becomes my personality too. Like I don't know, like it's probably not healthy, but I really like it. Like I really like it. I like, working. I can't imagine myself not working. Like it's therapy to me. It's not like something bad. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't make me, yeah, I do get those times where I'm like, oh, I have to wake up and I have to, be there. But if I don't work for a while, I start to get really stressed and sad and it just makes me feel miserable. And when I lose a job, it's almost as bad, if not, it depends on how long I've been there. When I leave, I feel extremely sad. Like it's like a breakup, but almost more painful, if that makes sense, because it's like it became part of me. I was proud to be it, and it's weird because I always go for shitty jobs because they hire anybody, and I'm not good at interviews. I'm not confident. I'm not talkative. I stutter when I'm talking to people that I feel that are above me, and I feel like everybody's above me, especially authority people, like people that have a higher status in like jobs or places. And I get really scared and it's really difficult for me, and that's why I go for jobs that kind of hire you right away without really making it a big deal. And yeah, I got this job with my brother maybe like almost 2 months ago, and we got different shifts because he doesn't like graveyard shift. An average person doesn't like graveyard shift. I love it because I get, it helps me. I'm just naturally up at night since always, because I've had nightmares. They're always bad at, during the nighttime, so it's better for me just to do that. And in the beginning of this job, it's a warehouse job. I got extremely homesick, like really bad, because I was raised really caged. I couldn't go anywhere really, especially not sleepovers. My dad would never let me. It was extreme. He was convinced I would get kidnapped. Because of that, it really did mess with me and my sister. Because, for example, when me and my sister could finally do whatever we wanted, pretty much, she started living her life, going out, always being out of the house because she was, finally free. For me, it's like I couldn't do it. I tried, but I still get super homesick, and it's almost like the prison became my home, and I didn't want to be away from it. That's why I like living here, and I just like being here around my family because I get really anxious when I'm not around them. And I've noticed that with jobs, if they become my new home, like a place I feel safe in, it's almost like I feel like I won the lottery, because it's like I'm making money and I feel at home, like I'm not stressed out anymore. And this place is slowly becoming that. In the beginning, it was really hard. I remember the first 3 days, I was tearing up. Like, I was like, I should just run away. I'm glad I stayed with it, but I didn't have a panic attack. I just got extreme sadness, and helped that everybody minds their business in this job. Like, I don't work right next to a supervisor. That was my last job. It was like a car parts place, and I worked right by my supervisor, and she was very, I didn't even realize that she was very toxic, honestly, because she would make comments that were just inappropriate about like my body and how I'll never get married because I can't have kids. I can't give a guy kids because of my weight, which was really weird, like you're not supposed to say that. But I didn't notice that she was a bully. Like she would belittle me all the time. And when I would return it, she'd say, "You can't talk to me like that. It's unprofessional." She'd just say, "That's not professional." Like, now we're talking about professionalism. I'm glad I'm out of that place. And it sucks because I really thought she was like, a motherly. Like, she hid behind that, and I felt extreme. Like, I don't know, le tenía cariño. I don't know how to say that in English. Like, le tenía cariño. I felt, how do you say it? I don't know. Like, I just had this extreme respect for her just because I felt like she was my Russian mom. But she was a bully, and she was, full of shit because she was very judgmental. And I didn't realize that until I left. And now I'm with managers that are managers before anything else. There is a toxic manager at work, but I just try to hide from him, and I don't work right next to him where he can watch what I'm doing at all times, like my last job. So I can make mistakes and learn from them. I don't know, that's how I have to. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I have to make mistakes or figure shit out on my own to get it. And if somebody's watching me all the time, it makes me nervous, and I just start making stupid mistakes, which is why I just sucked at my last job. I was just never good enough, and I don't know. I'm just glad I'm gone, and this one, I just feel better. I feel better here, and now I do, but in the beginning it was really hard. The people are pretty strange, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm totally normal. I'm talking to a camera. And I have 2 mannequins that are my friends in my room, I'm not gonna say I'm normal. This graveyard shift, always has the most interesting characters, I feel like. And my brother didn't sign up for that shift, so he's totally normal. No, I'm just kidding. But I just decided going into this job, I would go into the mode of listening more than talking. Like, I want to be a really good listener because an average person doesn't get heard in the right way. This is why I started talking to you guys, because I wasn't listened to, and I wanted somebody to listen to me. And better if the person I'm talking to, connects with what I'm saying. Like when you guys say I relate to this so much, or I have the same, or you said what I've been wanting to put into words, it makes me feel really good because it's like I'm not alone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not alone in this. But we don't get that a lot, Like, we don't get heard, understood by the people around us. And I want to be that person people can, talk to, and I can just listen to them completely and remember what they're saying. It does take a lot of energy. I'm not going to lie. Like, it wears me out because I'm constantly like, okay, wow, and putting shit together and like, forming I'm coloring people the way they're talking, their aura or whatever you want to call it. That shit's cringy as hell. Pretend I didn't say that word. But yeah, for example, I made a friend who's Mexican. I think he is. I don't know his name, guys. I feel so bad because I'm really bad with names, and we wear name tags. And I forget to read their name tags. Like, it's so bad. I'm like, I feel so guilty that I turn around my name tag so nobody can read it. So nobody will know my name because I don't deserve my name to be known. And my name isn't important, okay? I'm just a listener. I made a friend, he's Mexican, so we speak Spanish. Like, he speaks Spanish. And it was nice because I can talk both back and forth with him because I don't know a lot of words in English and I don't know a lot of words in Spanish. And some of them don't exist in both. So it's really hard. Like, cariño, I don't know that word in English. So he would understand me fully. And by the way, if you're bilingual, you know that you have a personality that's American and a personality that's whatever your native language is. And I have, different personality. So when I can't talk to somebody in both, it's like they're missing half of me. And he understood all of me, and I did with him too. And he was just telling me his life and stuff. And I see this guy, right? Let's call him R. And my friend tells me, he's crazy, watch out for him. And I get scared, right? So I'm just like, oh my God. And I made a mistake, okay? I started to completely listen to my friend and be like, okay, I'm gonna watch out for him. And R is loud. Like, he talks to everybody. He plays around with everybody. And I tend to stay away from people like that because I am the opposite. I mind my own business and I'm quiet. And when loud people come around me, I'm just like, shit, they're gonna call me out for something, which ended up happening. See, R was talking to his friend, and I go in there and I start getting shit because I'm trying to do my work. We're supposed to get this stuff here. And he stops talking to her and he looks at me and says, "You look dangerous." I didn't even do anything. Like, I'm minding my own business. I didn't flick him off. I should have. When he said that, I should have just flicked him off. I should have brought my mannequin's hand and showed him the hand. I did nothing. Like, what the heck? I didn't even threaten him. I'm done threatening people. I used to do that shit, and as a joke, okay? And I just look at his friend and she's looking at me like, what are you gonna do? You know? So I take out my knife. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? I'm just like, oh yeah? No, I didn't bring my knife. Better luck next time. And I look at him and I'm like, what do you mean? And he steps back and says, I don't know, you just look dangerous. You know what they say about the quiet ones. I'm like, what do you mean, dude? I didn't say anything. It's really hard for me to react in public around people, you know? With mannequins, I can do whatever. With you guys, I can do whatever I want. But with them, it's really hard to open up. Like, if I hurt myself, I don't say anything. I don't cry. I don't swear. Nothing. Because I'm so uncomfortable. I'm like, must remain invisible. And if you react, people are going to be like assuming things or seeing you. I want to be invisible, you know, so you can't say anything. And I just look at him. So he says that, and I just say, what do you mean? And he said, like, it's always the quiet people. And I just glare at him. And I just tell myself, dude, you're not supposed to be glaring if you don't want to prove his point. And he's just like, I don't know, there's something strange about you. And then he steps back and I step forward. I shouldn't have stepped forward. I don't know why I probably scared him more because he stops walking back, like away from me with his stuff. Like he moves away from me. And I just say, you say that while you're walking away from me. And I keep walking towards him like, what's wrong with you? Stop. Like, he doesn't know you're joking, you know? And he just is like, I don't know. And then he leaves. And I just look at his friend and she just walks away too. I'm like, dude, like, I didn't even do it. And before you say, oh, okay, it's not that bad, you know, he doesn't mean it as a bad thing. I know what he means. He thinks I'm the type of person who shoots up the place. That's what he thinks I am, okay? Because of the way I look, I fit the profile. That's all I'm saying. Because that's why I stopped wearing my really nice jacket. Because people started saying I look like I shoot up places. So it just sucks. Because so much for not wearing my super nice jacket. Might as well wear it, you know? But I was tired of people making comments about me. And police officers have stopped me because I just look the part, apparently. I look like I'm gonna shoot up a place. And it sucks. It's bullshit. So he leaves, right? And I'm just like, wow, my friend was right. He is crazy. He's freaking rude too. And minding my own business. A day comes where like my friend stops showing up and I'm kind of lonely. But for the most part, I kind of like the job because I just listen to, you know, whatever, anything, and I start to get comfortable. I made the guy that collects trains. He doesn't collect trains. He looks like he collects trains. Okay, so we're just gonna call him Train. So Train. I thought we were friends, but he starts getting mad at me, right? And I'm just like, what the heck? He starts glaring at me and just kind of not talking to me. And I thought that was kind of weird. I hate eye contact. Oh my gosh, I hate it. And I don't like calling people by their name, so it doesn't even matter if I know it or not. You know what I mean? Because it's too personal. I heard somewhere that people's name is their favorite sound. And I don't want to satisfy people in that way. I'm going to call you something you don't like to hear. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just too personal. Unless you're like my friend, or I'll just nickname you. Because it's just weird. I don't know. But I don't like to hear my name either. Just say, hey, you, or whatever, you know, unless we're friends. But it's always kind of weird. I don't know. So, Train, he comes over to me later and says a joke. And I didn't laugh because I don't laugh at jokes that aren't funny unless you're an old lady. I don't know, like I'm just overprotective with women and old ladies, but with men, I am not gonna laugh at your joke if it's not funny because I'm already scared people are gonna think I like them all the time. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to give off that vibe. So, ew, I hate that word. Pretend I didn't say it. So I didn't laugh, right, his joke, and he looks at me and won't go away. Like, he's just staring at me. It makes it super awkward, right? And I'm just looking away because, again, I don't like eye contact. It's too personal. I feel like you can read my mind. He says, tough crowd, because I didn't laugh at his joke. And I look around, right? And I say, you can see them too? And he looks at me like I'm crazy. It was just a joke, okay? He didn't laugh either, see? And he's like, no, I'm just talking about you. You're not laughing. I'm just like, well, I thought you could see them too. And he just walks away nervous. Like, I'm joking. I don't see other people. Oh my gosh. People don't understand when I'm joking. I guess that sounds too serious. But he basically completely went cold because I would not say hi to him. But it's like, dude, I don't say hi to people. So my friend wasn't around and I was lonely and R was the only one around and I didn't know what I was supposed to do because managers, they are very bad at telling us what to do but very good at making us feel stupid. It's so freaking bullshit. Like, where are you when I need direction? You're always there to make me feel like a dumbass and I don't need help. I struggle spelling beautiful still. Like, I can't spell that word still. I can't spell for shit, basically. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. So R was the only one there, and he's an employee. Like, he's not a manager. And I start asking him, like, what do we do? What the heck? And he helps me a lot without over helping me, you know? Like, he helped me in a perfect way. And then me, R, and S, we'll call her, this little girl named S. And we all end up in the same aisle, right? And then they start talking. S says that she's convinced she's gonna die in a car accident, which, same. And I tell her, me too, dude. And I just felt good that I found somebody that, you know, we can connect with that because I'm scared of driving because I had such bad experiences. So she says that, right? And R gets really weirded out with our conversation about how we know how we're gonna die. He says, I'm gonna pray for you guys. And then he just thought it was really strange and wouldn't let it go. Like, you guys are morbid. I'm gonna bring some holy water. And I started to say, like, oh, I'm gonna put the holy water on my wheel, on my steering wheel, so Jesus can take the wheel. And he just looks at me like I'm out of my mind. And S is telling him, like, yeah, I kind of came to terms with it. Every time I drive, I accept it. He's like, well, how do you accept that? Like, how do you just accept that? And she says, I live every day like it's my last. I wish I could do that. I can't. He's like, oh, so you turn up every day. And she says, turn where? He's like, you turn up every day. Turn where? Where should I turn? And I'm laughing. Like, I could not stop laughing because I'm listening, you know? And when you listen more than talk, you realize how much miscommunication happens. Usually with my family, especially with my family, I will listen to two people of my family members interacting and I will see exactly where the miscommunication happens, where they start arguing. 80% of arguments, I swear it's 80% or more, happen because of miscommunication. Like, nobody's really listening and nobody's really picking up on anything. And when you listen to people more, like, not listen to respond, listen to actually just listen, you pick up on everything people miss. And it's sad and it stresses me out when I hear people, like, miscommunicating and fighting over it. And I have to be like, wait, everybody stop. Like, let me just explain. He didn't mean to say it like that. She was just joking, you know, to clear it up. It takes a lot of energy to do that. But with these guys, it was so funny. Like, it was not stressful at all. I was cracking up. I didn't even want to correct it because I thought it was so funny. Because once you miscommunicate once, it creates like a knot. Shit starts becoming really, like, messed up. And I loved it. I had the giggles, guys, because it was so funny. It just kept going on and on. And then they both look at me like, what the heck? And they're both looking at me like I'm crazy, right? And I say, sorry guys, I'm just listening to you guys talk and you guys are not understanding each other. And I explain to them what happened and they start laughing because they didn't notice. And I feel like, I don't know, I want to hear people out more. And you know, here I've been heard more because, like, that's why I started this, because I felt like I wanted to be heard and you guys hear me out and a lot of you guys relate to what I say and that makes me feel so good when people can relate to it because I don't feel strange, you know. And I want to do that for other people because they don't have, you know, a place to go like I do. And it's weird because today actually me and R got closer as friends because he just randomly started telling me about his personal struggles and I just felt very, I felt really weird when people first tell me about the struggles, because it just feels like, why me? Why did you pick me to tell me all this stuff? But I feel honored. Like, I just thank you for telling me all this stuff. Like, I feel valuable because you needed me to desahogar yourself. How do you say desahogar? To like kind of relieve yourself of all this burden in your head that you were carrying with you, and you needed me. And I just felt important, and he just kept telling me all this stuff, and both of us feel good about it. It takes energy to listen to people, but I like it. And this other guy too, that in the beginning, we hide in the same spot for break time. He just randomly was just like, I don't know, I feel like you understand what I'm saying, and you try to understand. And I didn't even have to say anything really. I just had to listen, because average person doesn't get heard. And I like doing that. It makes me feel good. And there's power in, just being the ears for somebody. I feel powerful. Like, I'm important and powerful enough for you to, I'm like a diary for everybody, and it feels cool. I never want to feel like make people feel pressured to tell me anything. That's why when like my sister's like, I want to tell you something, but I don't know if I should. I always tell, like, only do it if you want to. Like, don't feel pressured to tell me anything, because I want people to feel comfortable. And he told me too, like, oh, I just don't want to be judged. I'm like, I am literally nobody to judge you. Like, no matter what you did, it's not my job to say that was a bad, unless you ask me for my opinion, like, oh, should I do this? Do you think that's a bad idea? But I'm over that. Back in the day when I was in high school, I was a bit harsh with my friends, because they would make really bad choices just because they wanted to pick what benefited them, and my morals were too extreme. And I don't know, the world isn't black and white. You're not just bad or good. There's different shades of gray, and not just 50. Okay, so yeah, I like being that person people can go to. Would people walk away from a conversation thinking like, damn, like, I feel better, and I don't even know her middle name or her last name. By the way, there's a freaking guardian angel at that workplace. I have a guardian angel. He's always helping me. Like, he got me. So if you need to find something, the fastest way to do it is to have a scanner, but it's really hard to get a scanner. And he got me one. He's been getting me one for days, and I felt so lucky. I'm like, what the heck? And then one day he was taking everybody's scanner, and he came up to me. He's like, hey, I have to take everybody's scanner. I'm like, oh. He's like, but I'll let you keep yours. And I'm like, and then he just stared at me, and I just said, am I the favorite today? He's like, always. And I was like, what the heck? You want to be best friends, don't you? I didn't say that because that'd be weird, but I should have, because he was just waiting there. Like, why are people still standing? Like, those awkward silences is when I'm just like, what do I do now? I snorted. But yeah, he's my guardian angel. Although I think he's mad at me because I don't say hi. I saw him. We were walking straight at each other, like crossing each other, and I didn't say hi. It feels weird. I don't know. But yeah, he's my guardian angel because he's always looking out for me. And it's weird because I feel better going to him than to our actual manager, who's toxic as hell. I don't know. He just scares me. Like, he just likes to correct people, make us feel stupid instead of just give us directions. But I like it here. I feel good. I feel happier now that I'm done with that other place and all those people. Like, I thought I'd miss my old job, that I was there for a year, but I realized compared to these people, they're already better, nicer to me. So I'm happy to be there. And it's not so, intense. So I'm not out in the cold or in the heat. It's so cold, but I'm not out in the heat. But yeah, I will make a video about recovery next time, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to talk about work. That's literally my life. I love to work, okay? It makes me happy. It's therapy to me. That's weird. And like, I revolve my style, everything, on warehouse jobs. That's why I always wear like shitty clothes. But yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. Let me know if you guys work at a warehouse, or if jobs make you feel better about yourself, if it's your life. I will see you guys next week. Maybe, hopefully, you guys like my set that I killed and murdered. So annoying. You have to wear masks. But anyways, bye.